Hello, good morning. I'm Spike, and welcome back to another self-taught Japanese in Rosetta Stone 3. So here we are, looking at completing the listening module today. Obviously, yesterday I did quite a short session, which was the writing module. It was only up for, what was it, 5 minutes, I think, 5-10 minutes worth of work. And it was just 4 slides of repetition of one word, 4 slides of repetition of the other word, and which the first was Nihon, the second was Koen, so Japan and Park. And then today you're going to be going into the listening module, which says it's about 10 minutes worth of work, but we'll see where it's at. And see how difficult it is. I'm probably going to be making some mistakes today because my head is elsewhere. As usual, I've got my usual reference sheet. Here I go on the alphabetized sheet. My numbers and tenses sheet. And of course, the days, the phrases that it's smelly, it's good, tastes bad, delicious, spring, summer, autumn, and winter, and then a couple of phrases at the bottom. Let's get these back in order. I have them on my lap. Got a pen at hand in case I need to write down anything that might be of use when it comes to grammar and tense learning. Oh, it is. The yawn is back again, despite being on the old water. Good old refreshing. So I suppose, without further ado, I should indeed start the session. So let's see what we got in listening. Let's just make sure. Yep, we're definitely on the headset. Good day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely stuff. Let's see where we're at.
彼女はサングラスを持っています。
No, I want to hear it again.
彼女はサングラスを持っています。
サングラス。
彼はチケットを持っています。
チケットを持っています。
男の人たちははしごを持っています。女の人たちは傘を持っています。
Casa umbrella. Oh, we've got 18 slides today. Damn. So, 彼女はサングラスを持っています。First one. 彼はチケットを持っています。For the second one, he has a ticket. 男の人たちははしごを持っています。For the third. And then 女の人たちは傘を持っています。For the fourth. Oh, excuse me for the yawn again. But we've got some interesting subject material here. So it looks like this is going to be quite an intensive session. Go slide 2.
彼ははしごがいります。
He needs a ladder.
彼女は石鹸がいります。
She has no soap.
彼はタオルがいります。
He doesn't have a towel.
彼女はサングラスがいります。
She doesn't have her sunglasses. 彼ははしごがいります。彼女は石鹸がいります。彼はタオルがいります。彼女はサングラスがいります。There we go. So the ga and idi in the mass is what denotes the doesn't have, has not got. It's the negative. From what I can understand so far in learning Japanese, so it's the same as having our apostrophe nt, the not, to denote that we don't have something. Oh, excuse me again. Jesus, I don't get it.
彼女はお金がいります。彼女はお金がいります。
She doesn't have any money.
彼はお金を持っています。
He has money.
お金はテーブルの上にありま
There is
す。
money on the table. 彼はお金を持っています。He has It has money. Kanojo wa okane ga irimasu. She has no money. Okane wa teberu no ue ni arimasu. The money is on the table. There we go. Let's go slide 4.
鍵がいりますか？
はい、鍵がいります。
Yes, he does
はい
have keys.
お金がいります。
お金がいりますか？
Okay, so kagi ga irimasu ka? Do you have any money? Do you have any keys? Do you have the keys? Sorry. Hi, kagi ga irimasu? Yes, here are the keys. Okane ga irimasu ka? Do you have money? Hi, okane ga irimasu. Or do you want money? Yeah, because this, I think they might have got the context wrong in this picture. I could be wrong. But the context suggests with him handing over the money that, do you have money or do you want money? For hi, okane ga irimasu, because he's then taking the money out of his wallet to hand to her. She's got a handout, so a little bit tough there on the context, but these are the things we need to keep an eye out for. And keep that in mind. Slide 5.
彼女はおもちゃを買っています。彼女はおもちゃを買っています。
No.
彼女は
Her
お
in the
もちゃ
past
を買っています。
tense. Damn it.
彼は服を買っています。
Yeah.
彼らは肉を買っています。
They're buying meat.
彼女はおもちゃを買っています。
Buying a
彼
toy.
らは野菜を買っています。
Vegetables. Okay. 彼らは野菜を買っています。They are buying vegetables. 彼女はおもちゃを買っています。She is buying a toy. 彼らは肉を買っています。They're buying meat. And 彼は服を買っています。He's buying clothes. Or garments, clothes. Let's go to slide 6.
彼女は野菜を売っています。彼女は野菜を売っています。彼女は花を売っています。彼は果物を売っています。彼は果物を売っています。
Oh my god, no, it's not. Misheard it. I knew my head was going to be elsewhere today when it comes to mistakes. Oh, this is not.
彼女は花を売っています。
Yes, she's selling flowers.
彼女は野菜を売っ
She's selling vegetables.
彼は車を売っています。
That's the one I wanted. He's selling a car.
彼は果物を売っています。
Kudamono. He's saying kudamono quite fast. Fruit. There we go. 彼女は野菜を売っています. She's selling vegetables. 彼女は花を売っています. She's selling flowers. 彼は車を売っています. He's selling a car. 彼は果物を売っています. He's selling fruit. Let's go to slide 7.
この緑の車は新しいです。
Our old car is green.
この青い車は古いです。
Our new car is blue.
この白い家は古いです。
Our old house is white.
この赤い家は新しいです。
Our new house is red. この緑の車は新しいです。この青い車は古いです。この赤い家は新しいです。Oh, that's hard. この赤い家は新しいです。There we go, that's better. この白い家は古いです。These are getting a little bit harder to slip off the tongue, these sentences. Again, because these formations here, akai ie wa atarashi, it's very unnatural for the shape of the mouth and the tongue to make some of these sounds. But practice makes perfect, hence the need to practice speaking with people whilst learning this, which is what I'm next after on my agenda. Slide 8, let's go.
私は新しい車を買っています。
Yes.
彼は古い車を買っています。彼は古い車を買っています。彼は古い帽子を買っていま
Yes,
す。
he's buying a hat.
私は新しい傘を買っています。
He must be buying the umbrella. Yeah. So, 私は新しい車を買っています。I'm buying this car. 私は新しい傘を買っています。I'm buying this umbrella. 彼は古い帽子を買っています。He is buying the hat. 彼は古い車を買っています。He is buying the car. Yes. Let's go slide 9.
この店は古い宝石を売っています。この店は新しい本を売っています。この店は新しい本を売っています。この店は古い宝石を売っています。この店は新しい本を売っています。
Okay.
この店は古い本を売っています。この店は新しい宝石を売っています。
So here we have the jewelers, and then we have the library with books. So この店は古い宝石を売っています。So they sell. Furui is to sell jewelry. So この店は古い宝石を売っています。They're selling jewelry at this shop. この店は新しい宝石を売っています。This is where this shop you buy jewelry at, I assume. この店は古い本を売っています。Shop that sells books. この店は新しい本を売っています。Shop sells books, sorry. And then the second one that I say, この店は新しい本を売っています. It's where you buy books. But we'll just double check that phrase just to make sure. Just have a ganders. See what we got. Let me see. Yeah, so this shop sells new jewelry. So that's old. This shop sells old jewelry. I'm silly. I should have got that from the previous slide. Yeah, so this shop sells old jewelry and this shop sells new jewelry. This shop sells old books, this shop sells new books. There we go. So Furui is old. Yeah, Furui is old and Atarashi is new. Okay, slide 10.
彼女は金物屋で買い物をしています。彼女は金物屋で買い物をしています。
Oh, that's tools.
彼は宝石店で買い物。
He's getting jewelry.
彼女は金物屋で買い物をしています。
That's
彼らはスーパーで買い物をしています。
there we go. I heard it wrong again. 彼はハスク店で買い物をしています。彼らはスーパーで買い物をしています。彼女は金物屋で買い物をしています。So we got, he's buying, he's going to buy jewelry at the jewelry store. They're buying food at, they are shopping at the supermarket and she's shopping at the hardware store. Slide 11.
すみません。スーパーはどこですか？
パン屋はパイン通 通りにあります。
すみません。パン屋はどこですか？
スーパーは
I'm going to put them the right way around because they are just in the wrong. They're pulling them out in the wrong order after having the first one selected and playing to give us the example. So, sumimasen, super wa doko desu ka? Hello. Oh, can you help? Excuse me. Do you know where the supermarket is? Super wa hashi no chikaku ni arimasu. The supermarket's over the bridge. Sumimasen, panyo wa doko desu ka? Hi, do you know where the bakery is? And panyo wa pandori ni arimasu. And that's just down the street. The bakery is just down the road, just down the street. Dori. Let's go slide 12.
彼は薬を買っています。彼は薬を買っています。
薬を買っています。
彼女はケーキを売っています。
That's got to be about the cake, right?
彼らはチョコレートを食べています。
チョコレート chocolate, come on.
私は本を読んでいます。
Yeah, he's just reading the book. Okay, cool. So, 彼女はケーキを売っています。She has a cake. She's buying a cake, selling a cake, buying a cake. Selling a cake, buying a cake. Yeah. 彼らはチョコレートを食べています。They are eating chocolate at the table. Or they have chocolate at the table. 私は本を読んでいます。He's reading a book. Or I am reading a book, sorry, is what he's saying. And 彼は薬を買っています。He is buying medicine. Let's go to slide 13.
何を買っていますか？何を買っていますか？
What are you buying?
私は果物とチョコレートを買っています。私は肉と野菜を買っています。
So, 何を買っています？ What are you buying? 私は果物とチョコレートを買っています。I'm buying fruits and chocolate. Ooh, they do look good though. What else she got in there? Looks like meatloaf on the top over here as well. But yeah, what look like limes, lemons, mangoes, raspberries, grapes, cherries, and chocolate. 何を買っていますか? What are you buying? 私は肉と野菜を買っています。I'm buying meat and veg. Slide 14.
彼女は薬屋で薬を買っています。
あなたはケーキ屋でケーキを買っています。
Yeah.
彼女は本屋で本を買っています。彼らはスーパーで野菜を買っています。
Which one haven't I done? Keep at the top. Sorry, my mind's wandering. So we got 彼女は本屋で本を買っています。She's buying a book at the bookstore. 彼はスーパーで野菜を買っています。They are buying vegetables at the supermarket. あなたはケーキ屋でケーキを買っています。Are you you're buying a cake? You're buying the cake store. Yeah. 彼女は薬屋で薬を買っています。And she's buying drugs at the drugstore. Yay. Slide 15. Let's go. Let's see what
す
we've got.
みません。私は薬がいります。薬屋はどこですか？
本屋は公園の近くにある。
薬屋は病院の近くに。
すみま
Just going to click them in. Because once you figure one out, it's not hard to figure out what the others are. But yes, first, especially the first one that gets played. Sumimasen, watashi wa kusuriya nya irimasu. Kusuriya wa doko desu ka? So, hello, I need the doctors. I need some medicine. Where is the doctors? Or where is the pharmacy? The pharmacy is in the hospital. Chikaku. I should know Chikaku. What is Chikaku? It's nearby. It's nearby. The pharmacy and hospital are nearby. Oh yeah, just down the road. According to the map on here, anyway. Sumimasen. Watashi wa Honya hoshi desu. Honya wa doko desu ka? Hello, do you know where the bookshop is? Oh, I want to read in peace or quietly. Where's the bookshop? Honya wa koen no chikaku ni arimasu. The bookshop is near the park. Yeah, the bookshop's near the park, which it is. That's cool. It assumes they're in the park already. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, they're nearby. Cool. So let's go slide 16.
私のメガネは壊れていません。私のメガネは壊れていません。私のメガネは壊れていません。
私のテレビは壊れています。
私のメガネは壊れて
私のテレビは壊れています。
私のはしごは壊れていません。
僕のおもちゃは壊れています。
My toy is broken. Okay, so 僕のおもちゃは壊れています。私のメガネは壊れていません。私のテレビは壊れています。私のはしごは壊れていません。Cool. So, my toy is broken. My glasses are broken. My TV is broken. My glasses are not broken. Sorry. My TV is broken, and my ladder is not broken. That's what we got there. Let's go slide 17. See what we've got.
男の子はおもちゃが欲しいです。
Yeah.
女の人は宝石が欲しいです。女の人は宝石が欲しい。犬は肉が欲しい。
That's the dog. Come on.
女の
She's got the chocolate. The dog's the biggest giveaway in this exercise. But first off, we have 女の人は宝石が欲しいです. And she's looking at the jewelry. She wants to buy the jewelry. 男の子はおもちゃが欲しいです. He wants the toy. 犬は肉が欲しいです. The dog wants the meat, or is looking at the meat. And 女の子はチョコレートが欲しいです. And the girl wants the chocolate. She basically has the chocolate.
彼女はコートがいります。彼女はコートがいります。彼は赤いメガネが欲しいです。彼女は紫のコートが欲しい。彼女はコートがいります。彼はメガネがいります。
彼女はコートがいります。She doesn't have a coat. 彼女は紫のコートが欲しいです。She wants the purple coat in the window. 彼はメガネがいります。He doesn't have his glasses. And 彼は赤いメガネが欲しいです。He has red glasses. And as you saw, that's the end of that lesson, or at least that run through on the listening. It's a little bit more difficult than I was expecting, but also my head is elsewhere. Hence a couple of the mistakes today. But to be fair, 65 correct answers again. You only had a couple of repeats in there from my silly mistakes, which is still pretty good hit rate considering where I used to be, 6 months ago, a year ago. I was constantly having to repeat things, getting frustrated. and that was before encountering problems with the program due to its age and new tech. But there it is. That's the listening module done. That's today's stream on that one done. The next one will be listening and reading. That says that's about 15 minutes, but it's because you're combining two activities there, two skills into one when it comes to learning the language. So of course that's going to be a bit more difficult. I expect to see that we'll get more of this, the repeat material that we have. We've already seen some of these slides that we've seen today. As continuation from the very end of some of the fabric and colour stuff in Unit 3 that's bled into Unit 4, particularly in this very start bit, with regards to the girl in a coat, both the purple one and the girl that's in the winter weather that hasn't got any. The sails of the hat and the flowers, the car, they're all, I recognise those. So they again, we're still doing this transitional shift of it's using some prior material to apply in the new unit and some of the new learning the aiding to memory with the method this program uses. So that's good news. It's not too alien, so it's not just scaring us away. That's nice. We like that. But it's also giving some inkling and some foreshadowing as to what's to come, because they are the last of the newest slides that I've seen in this program. So I fully expect it to start chucking some new material at us in these last three: the listening and reading, the speaking, and the review, before we get to core lesson 2, unless it's just going to chuck them all at us in core lesson 2 and completely refresh some of the material from core lesson 1, so we get new stuff in 2 and don't use too much of 1. Oh, excuse me. This is not me being tired. This is just my brain saying, "Oh, I'm trying to take it in. I am taking it in, but you're not. It's not that it's boring, because it's what I want to do, but it seems to be a reaction that my brain seems to have. I have been awake since 7:30 this morning. We're like 4.5 hours into the day. I don't see why I should be yawning right now, but apparently that's what my body wants to do. Anyway, that was today's self-taught documented lesson to myself, self-taught Japanese in Rosetta Stone 3. I hope you've enjoyed the video. A bit longer than yesterday's. Should be about double the time by the time I'm finished up here, which, speaking of, I should be coming to an end. As always, like, follow, share and subscribe to the channels. Your support is very much appreciated. Twitch.tv/xofficina and youtube.com/xofficina. If you find us on one, find us on the other. You'll also find some other content on the YouTube channel from the gaming days, which again, I am just about getting ready to set up and get back into streaming some gaming. Hopefully with some people. We'll see how that goes. But that will probably be first time round should be this weekend, I should think. I am busy tonight, so I can't do it tonight. But I should think Friday, Saturday, and Sunday there'll be some time in that time period, either day or night, where I will be streaming some gaming. We'll get back onto that content uploading. But for now, it's the Japanese stream stuff. So again, like, follow, share, and subscribe. Share it out to anyone who you think. Again, I'm trying to target an audience here. Anyone can use this material to teach themselves Japanese. As you can see, I'm learning myself casually, at a very casual pace. I'm not really doing too much, like I've mentioned before, outside of what I actually do on stream, what you see me do. I'm doing this real time, live time, and that's about it. I don't really do too much practice in the day, and yet it's still sticking in the memory for the most part. Obviously, if you keep fully engaged and keep going and do more than what I am, obviously you'll learn it faster, and it will stick better. You might get to those nuances a bit quicker, but just for these purposes, I want to show that in a casual manner, if you self-taught yourself with a decent enough motivation and ethic to wanting to get things right, then as my videos show, we're on episode 106 now. I'm hoping that it shows that it can be done. You can teach yourself from scratch even if you have a very basic understanding of just association, being able to associate what you're seeing on the screen to what you're hearing, and then digesting as you work through the material, and to obviously not move on until you've got it correct. That's obviously a big part, is the repetition, the repetitive nature, the grind, as some people would say. But I want to show that it can be done. So yeah, for anyone who, like I've mentioned before, doesn't have the budget to pay out to go for tuition, to be taught it by someone, to join lessons, anyone who can't afford subscriptions to apps, um, to be able to learn the language or pay for the packs, the language pack of Japanese for their programs, who might not even be able to afford Rosetta Stone themselves, etc. I'm hoping that showing you with this quite old program now that it can be done if you persevere, have the right motivation and the right kind of approach for your learning style. You can teach yourself the language through the pattern recognition and stuff, and it does stick. Again, my only caveat is that I'm now looking for people to speak with to be able to, pick it up a bit and make things more fluent and more immediate, than just relying on the program. But my approach is I want to get a fair bit of the basic stuff down by going through this, and getting some of that grammatic structure, some of the pronunciation and stuff. And then I will then start moving into doing it more regularly during the day, particularly with external third-party sources. Once I've vetted some of those third-party sources that I do use and I find them useful, apart from what I've already shared with like that Utah on Instagram, highly recommend checking him out, and some of the podcast stuff out there that's on YouTube for learning Japanese for beginners, amateurs, slow podcasts and stuff, or subbed podcasts or whatever. I don't really use or immerse myself too much apart from watching anime and such. And again, scripted anime isn't exactly conversational anime, conversational Japanese, sorry, that the natives actually use themselves for the most part. So it's not entirely helpful all the time to try and learn through watching anime. Just a heads up. So again, like, follow, share, and subscribe. Share it out to those who you think will find this of interest. Anyone who wants to learn the Japanese language, anyone who's interested in the Japanese culture. Obviously, this might help break the ice, break the cover into some of those aspects that they find interesting. And anyone else who might just want to come along and have something to have on in the background that's a little bit easy listening, or might find the commentary and the voice entertaining or the material entertaining. That's the whole point, trying to be entertaining here and be honest and truthful to the content, because I think, again, it's what's missing these days in the digital realm. Anyway, that's all from me for today. That's today's video. We've just hit 34 minutes, so I'm going to close off here. As always, I hope to see you again next episode, which will be tomorrow. Usual time, 9:30 through till 12. It's my aim for when I stream and upload. So we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. So, as always, take care, stay safe, keep sane, and see you in the next one. Peace.